Okay, so hi guys. Today I am going to teach you how to make your own script for a language. So, number 1, decide which type of script you want. There are alphabets, which just have a symbol for every sound in the language, kind of like English, Spanish, and Russian, and many others. And then there are abjads, which basically they're like alphabets, but they just don't show vowels, like Arabic, Hebrew, and Farsi. Except that the old abjads didn't show vowels at all. They had no way of showing vowels. But modern abjads are called impure abjads, and they actually have a way to show vowels, marked here. And also some long vowels represented with similar sounding consonantal letters. And then there's abjadas, which are basically just like the. Actually, we need to talk about this one first to better understand abjadas. So these are syllabaries. They basically represent each syllable with a character. Some of the most famous examples are hiragana, katakana, and Cherokee, which is actually used in Native American history stuff. Now we can talk about abjadas. Abjadas are stuff that's just like syllabaries, but vowels can be shown. They basically have stuff called inherent vowels. For example, let me just take this example funny script I made. This is na, but then you can also add this under here to mean ni. Yeah. So kind of like abjads, but isn't written. Yeah, so they include Devanagari, Telugu, and Thai. And then we can talk about the last phonetic script, which is the featural script. They basically show how the consonant is pronounced. Like the most famous example is Korean, right here. Yeah. And then the last one, the logography. Now, only one logography lives to today, and that is Chinese. But the Mayan script is making a comeback. Number 2, look at the limitations of what it's going to be carved into. Wood and stone will typically be sharp edges and barely have any curves. Paper or computers have subcategories. A brush is typically not many straight lines. Pencil is typically for uniform thickness. And if it's type, it's usually like this font. And then number 3, direction. Left to right is mainly for alphabetic scripts. Right to left is mainly for abjads. But they're both mainly for paper. Top to bottom is for some syllabaries. And then bottom to top is stone columns. That way readers can start at head level and look up to read more. Number 4, what it looks like. Now that's more for you to figure out. Oh, and also sorry for spelling more wrong. You should look at existing scripts, but also use your imagination and creativity to make new ideas. So let's create the first few letters for a script together. I'm just going to use this massive blank space. Sorry, this will take a while. I'll just speed this part of the video. Okay, it's done. Let me just no fill. Okay, so now we can start working on this. Let's make the I decided that this will be a featural alphabet. So let's start by making so let's have this be the base for most consonants. This could be labial. That could be labial. So that could represent some sort of p sound. And then maybe you could add a dot right here to represent a voiced. And then maybe a line above to make it a nasal. So let me design the next characters. And there we go. That's the first few letters of our script. So I hope you learned a lot in this video. Bye, guys. Charlie CG.